Are we live?
Yeah, you're good.
All right. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Pep Talk. My name is Troy.
My
Even
name is Juan.
Wim here.
I
Welcome back to another beautiful pep talk. Sorry for last week. Last week was kind of a disaster. I
the black.
I
Why
went
was
to
it a
s-
disaster one?
I went to sleep. I took a nap. I was too tired from my new job, and I did say in our little group chat we're doing a pep talk, but unfortunately we didn't because I went to bed early. Um, and I'm surprised no one else stepped up. No one else stepped
Right.
up, and I
Mhm.
shouldn't be
All
my
right.
job to start these things.
Well,
Well, well, well.
Okay, we're here now.
Yeah, we're here
we
now.
are.
Yeah.
What's today? April. We're filming this April 19th
O'Neill.
now.
Oh,
Yep, April 19th.
Uh, 1 week of no pep talk, and now we're back at it with full strength. Hopefully. Today
Yep.
we got Mac. This is her first pep talk. The previous time she was
Max
just
debut on the Pep.
Yep.
previously she was just sleeping during the pep talk, but now hopefully she stays awake. Right, Mac?
I hope so.
Hope so. Okay. Um, let's just get a start with the movie of the week we just saw. We
hmm
saw Faces of Death, a Shutter movie, came out 2 weeks ago, and surprisingly, it was an okay movie. I did enjoy it a bit. I pondered on the rating of the movie. I said it yesterday, and I think I'm giving it a 7. I just didn't appreciate the some of the thinking or the acting, but it
hmm
I think
is
the
I
a
acting was like very not great.
there were
Very not
definitely
great at all.
some parts of the movie where it felt questionable.
um. I did enjoy the color,
Like for me,
and
I think I'd rate this movie probably a solid 6 because this movie did get my heart racing.
and yeah, the killer was nice. I did enjoy the uh I guess the premise of why he was doing the killings. I like how he was a film dork, a film nerd, and I like there was a part in the movie where I did enjoy where he was just commenting on people, and one of them said that it looked like a student film, and he got pretty peeved about it, which I would get peeved about it too if I was in that situation. Um, but yeah, Killer was cool. The protagonist, uh, Euphoria girl, aka Fat Girl, she
Back over Euphoria.
she did okay, kind of. Uh, Charlie XCX was surprising in there. We saw in the trailer. She was only in the movie for maybe like 5 minutes
I
of
don't
its
think she
runtime.
needed to be in there. I think, personally, I think they just put her in the movie to try to sell tickets.
Wait,
I
who
I
was
think
Charlie
that
XC?
happened with what?
I meant who was Charlie XCX playing? Like the social media girl?
She was playing the girl that looked like Charlie XCX. Um, yeah, I don't know her name.
If you don't remember, Alexa, it was the girl who was on the roof and asked her for the other half of her sandwich.
Oh, I see.
Um,
Um, yeah, I think there was no reason for her to be in the movie. I think because how many movies is Charlie in right now?
um,
She's got a
she's
few.
she's doing
I know
another
she wants,
one.
I know she wants to do acting, but like this just seemed like they were trying to sell tickets with her name.
Apparently, she's in one that came out like 2 days ago.
Another one? Is it the one she's in the round table with the other people? And apparently she's
It's about her. Hold on.
and is she doing
It's
the
like a Swedish movie.
Oh really?
Hold on. It's called Erupkaja. I mean, that's how it's
Yeah.
spelled.
Okay.
Um, I don't know the director, but I don't think it had a big release. But she is the main character, and I think it's about her getting married to a dude, and something
Oh,
happens. So I know,
sure.
but that one
Um,
just came out, and I think she has got a few more coming out soon.
but yeah, the movie was okay. Questionable things were happening, especially there was a scene. Spoilers. There's gonna be again again spoilers every time. Um, there was a scene. They were in the house. The social media girl and then fat girl were escaping. Um, fat girl was doing some questionable moves. I don't know um why she didn't escape because she was trying to grab evidence of this killer, but the social media girl is next to her, and I think that's all the evidence she needed because the social media girl was missing. She was kidnapped by the killer. And also, the social media girl was doing questionable things around the house, trying to escape. She didn't really try to go for the lock of the doors at all. She was just fondling the doorknob, and I guess she had this magnum opus of idea to just, you know, break a window, which you could obviously just open the door by just unlocking it. I don't like when horror
Yeah.
movies just turn their protagonists into dumb idiots when they're trying to get chased. I don't care if people are gonna say, "Oh, it's the adrenaline rush. They're not thinking right." No, no, I don't care. It's stupid. Don't do that. It ruins it. And also, what I did appreciate about this movie is nothing was involved with the devil. So clap, clapping right now because
I'm
Or
surprised.
cults or whatever. It's like every movie.
every movie has to indicate towards the devil, and I don't like that. You know, I'm not, I'm not advocating, I'm not supporting the devil at all, but like, I just don't want to see him in every form of horror movie media. It's boring. It's dull. It's overused.
Let me ask you this one: Do you think? Do you have a favorite depiction of the devil in a movie? Like, do you think there's been a movie where it's happened
Uh,
and you've
well,
liked it, or do you think it's overdone in general?
I think it's just overdone in general.
Overdone and dry.
I haven't really seen a movie where I was like, yeah, that's the devil I know. Like I'm not I'm not going into this thing. I don't know. It's just I can't even think of a movie where I appreciated when the devil was the villain of the movie. I'm mostly into more monster supernatural beings, really. I'm more into that because
Mhm.
I feel like that's more scary, knowing that there are other things out there that is more dangerous. Who am I? Listen, I'm overhearing myself here. Who's the issue here? Someone's mic is acting up. But yeah, I don't know, because my favorite, horror film, or yeah, film right now that I've seen is The Thing. The Thing is really good, and I know a lot of people love The Thing. I'm one of them now. The Thing is really good. Um, and also am a big fan of Jason Voorhees and the Friday the 13th movies. But I don't know. What about you, Troy? Is there a film where you were like, "Oh man, the devil was so cool. I want to join his little cult."
Um, well, I think it's more of a thing of I'm less inclined to like it when it's like I'm being told the movie is about like a serial killer or something, and instead of it just being focused on the serial killer, it's revealed that he was like either possessed with the devil or worshiping the devil.
The devil
Because
made me know it.
it's like I don't know, it kind of takes away from the facts. that human beings can be evil, and I think that's an interesting concept more than like just blaming the devil for our bad deeds.
Mm-hmm.
But if something like markets itself as like the devil is the antagonist, I don't think that's as bad. That's just what they chose to use. But I don't know. I don't really know any off the top of my head. I think from the horror movies I tend to like more, it's either like a fictional creature like you said, or just like human beings being the bad guys.
Yeah, because I like when
What
people are
about
just being people and being mean and killers and all. Because an average Joe can actually just be scary. Um, I'm not gonna get really scared if someone really worships the devil and all. I'll get like a little spooked in real life if someone does that, but I'm gonna be more scared of an average Joe. Because I'm gonna add a little side story because yesterday we most of us went to 7-Eleven yesterday after the movie and we were getting Slurpees. And as soon as I got my hot dog, I dropped my hot dog accidentally. I did drop my hot dog on the ground and I got, I was like, oh no. So I threw the hot dog in the trash can and I was praying to God no one saw, especially these two individuals who were right next to me. And thankfully they didn't see. And as I'm waiting in line, a girl, a girl looked behind and said to me, "Hey, how are you? How's your day?" I got scared. I got scared because I don't know who they were. I was just grabbing my hot dogs and I just responded saying like, "Oh, I'm doing good, really. Thank you." Because I didn't expect the conversation to happen at all. And I'm not really a big fan of talking to random people. Um and that was pretty scary for me. That's pretty scary for me. But back to the movie here. Any other thoughts about the movie? We kind of we kind of swayed from the convo from that.
Um, I thought like for a movie that has a lot of gore in it, it didn't really like a lot of like I guess pretty good gore in it. It didn't really try to focus too much on it, I feel.
Hmm.
I mean like kind of it did, but kind of it didn't. I know like a lot of horror movies it's like if they try to focus on having like really good gore, that's the whole movie. That's just it.
Hmm.
But this movie did a good job of having like good gore and not really super focusing on it.
Uh-huh. I don't know, because
a good mixture?
some of the marketing of the movie did specify like, oh, we can't really show most of the movie because it'll get us banned. But when I saw the movie, it looked pretty tame to me. I don't know why their promotion was saying like this is like the most effed up movie in the world. Can't show our trailers anywhere, and you gotta
I
come
think they
see
were
the
just
movie.
saying that cuz like in the movie that's in the movie is like that or whatever.
Probably, yeah.
um, Fun fact about that: I was doing some research about the movie today, and the original movie that he was watching, like Faces of Death with the doctor dude, apparently is a real movie that came out in 1978.
Yes, and that was the movie I was talking about because my dad was saying like how bad that movie was because he was saying like he was saying in his day if you don't see this movie you're a wimp. But when you saw it was like he said it was bad.
Hmm.
Apparently, there's multiple.
Probably. They have their own little Star Wars trilogy. Um, but yeah,
I think it was cool instead of like just doing another one. You like you base a new movie like off people, I guess, reacting to the original movie.
Hmm.
That's a less done concept than just like redoing something.
I thought it was
Mhm.
funny how our like protagonist or the bad guy was like, everybody loves a sequel, everybody loves a remake.
Mhm. Um, but yeah, I think the movie was just okay. I gave it a 7. I think overall it's like everyone's like in the same area of a 7, so I'm gonna give it. So I guess a group overall rating is a 6.5.
Yeah, pretty fair.
Um,
Around there.
but yeah, if you ever come to see that movie, it's decent enough to watch. I don't think I was really bored. The soundtrack was really good. Um, for some reason they had an amazing soundtrack team behind it. Especially the ending with the credits. I know Troy was bumping it.
I did my research on that song. I did some research.
100 Gex, calling it right now.
It is not made by 100 Gex, but I guess I don't know if it's the composure of the whole film, but the person who made that song, I don't think it's out on streaming yet, but they were like 100% very much inspired by 100 Gex. Like it's very much based on the sound 100 Gex has, which I think is very cool.
Sure. But yeah, go watch it. Fun and cool and crazy. But yeah. Let's get to the topics for today. Who wants to go first?
Not it.
I don't really have one.
Uh,
Um,
I know it's like a
I'll
sin, but I don't really have one.
okay.
I'll go first. So mine is what is your guilty pleasure?
Besides jacking off.
Yeah.
What I
I
think
gotta think
Alexa should.
about it.
I think Alexa should lead by example and tell us hers first.
Yeah,
Okay.
give us like a good like yours so we have like a good example of what you mean because we
I was
kind
talking
of
about
tried to
this.
brainstorm the definition, but
I was talking about this with my father, and I started thinking about it, and I think mine would probably like. Unfortunately, I think mine would have to be like a Taylor Swift song.
oh,
It's
what is
Do you mean like
like a specific
any?
one
Yeah,
or
like any in specific?
Um, uh, like any of her like classic Taylor Swift
she
songs. Not
wears short skirts, I wear t-shirt,
yeah,
she's
something
cheer
like that.
captain, I'm on the bleachers.
Her newer songs are okay, but I'm always drawn to her classics.
You gotta watch your
That,
mouth, they're gonna come for
and
you.
that's kind of like my guilty pleasure.
Okay.
um I mean, like, maybe one thing I like is like I guess it's something you like that not like I guess people would judge you for. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess it's like the ramen I eat because I'll take a regular pack of ramen, I'll put it in a specific size pot, right? And then I'll fill up the water a specific amount. That way, I'll have it sit on the stove and boil for so long that all of the liquid soaks into the noodles and there's nothing left and like the noodles get really fat and slimy and then I
Ugh.
eat them like that and it's like really good. But a lot of people think it's gross and weird and disgusting cuz
You
they
like
like their noodle
really
they like their
slow?
fucking noodles hard.
Yep, like Ryan Gosling in Project Hail Mary.
I like my cheese drippy.
Throwback.
What about you, Troy? Guilty pleasure?
Oof. I was gonna ask you to go, my friend.
Let me think then. 'Cause we were thinking and like I basically show everyone what I do. Um,
I don't know. That's like I don't know.
I'm trying to think really besides Jay Owen.
Well, it's like something like like maybe I shouldn't, but I will. Like when I
Yeah,
buy
like
those fucking Mario Kinder
that,
eggs to see if I get a keychain and then I don't. That's another one.
yeah.
It's like a form of gambling.
Well,
Um, well, I guess I'll go because it's like if it's something I guess I like, and then people think I'm like lame for liking it or cringe or whatever. But I am a fan of Euphoria, and I'm not afraid to say it.
Okay.
Ooh.
say loud and
Unicorn.
proud.
Are you caught up?
I yes, I've watched
Oh.
the first episode of the latest season, and I don't think it's a very good show, but I've been watching it since the first episode came out, so I'm like, well, I might as well, wrap it up.
Is
So,
this is that like the final season? Do you know?
I think so. Like two of the cast members have died between this season and last season, so I think they're just wrapping it up after this.
Okay.
But yeah,
Mac.
Mackenzie.
all right.
Mackenzie.
3 times.
Hello?
Oh, okay.
There you go. I know she's here. What what is your guilty pleasure? Like what do you do in your private time that you like to do personally? That's not JOing.
What? It's not what?
Jacking off.
Okay.
Um,
I
what do
uh hmm,
Okay, let her think while I pee.
okay.
Oh my god.
um I don't think the jacking off part need to be there. What do I like to do in my free time?
That
Uh
like that you think that like someone else would find cringe.
um that's a lot to think about. I don't know.
Maybe did Juan go? Maybe
No,
Juan
I
can
I
go
did.
while
I
Mac
go.
thinks.
Yeah, if you can think. Well, I see. I say I do everything, and I tell everyone what I basically like, and if they don't like it, they don't like it. And I don't think I have anything really, um, like a guilty pleasure. Um, well, I like Hasbin Hotel. I like the music. That's
And we still love you.
Yes.
yeah.
What was the answer?
I said Hasbin Hotel, Steve.
Oh. Yeah, that's okay.
Um, I don't know. Is there anything? I'm trying to think like
I
something I could
I
do.
think I think something else for me, which I mean I don't mind with for you guys, but if I'm listening to the music I like around anybody other than you guys, I feel embarrassed because it's like mostly girly music,
Mm.
and I don't know. A lot of people will look at me like you're a guy. You should be listening to trap music.
Mm.
Really?
Like that's how I feel. I'm like, well, I want to listen to girly shit. I like it.
I don't know, cause even outside of work, when I'm in the parking lot, I just blast whatever it's like in my playlist, like Pink, and for example, I blast Pink outside,
My name is Pink, and I'm really glad to meet you.
and I just sit there while everyone listens, and I listen, and I do listen to other people's music outside. One time it was just what is it, White Irvision.
Whatever, son.
Um, so I don't know. I basically do
Oh,
whatever I
you're
do.
brave. You're brave.
Yeah, it's called me
I mean,
me doing me.
yeah. I mean, no offense to you, but like, I don't think music is like that big of a thing to like worry about.
I don't think you've been judged throughout your life like I have, Troy.
Dude,
Yes.
You've been a pretty
people
free kid.
people call the music I listen to like penis music, Steve.
Okay,
Yeah,
Troy,
I'm
you're
one of
getting
them.
2 graduation parties. I think you had it
What does
good.
that have to do with the music I like?
I'm just saying, I think you've always had it pretty good. I have trauma from judgment, you know?
Yeah, and
I
he
can't,
still
I,
does
Mm,
by
I don't
me.
know.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
mm.
Uh,
That's to worry about.
I don't know. I think it's just has no tell. Um, if my parents asked me that question, I think I would have said like
Ladies.
me watching anime towards my parents, but my parents love anime as well, so I don't know.
Okay, got some chill parents.
Did
Um,
Mac answer? Did I miss it?
No, she did not.
she was
Okay.
thinking, but yeah, has no tell for me. So there you go. Mac,
Yes.
your answer, or do you need time?
I don't. I don't really have an answer. I don't really know what to think about like a guilty pleasure because like I don't really like. I'm like, oh my god, that's so embarrassing. Like I shouldn't tell anyone. Like I don't really have that. I don't think. I don't really think
Well,
about that.
I gave like an example where it's like I'll buy like the Mario Kinder eggs to try to get a little keychain. And I mean, if I don't get one, I feel like shit a little bit, but like in the moment I was happy. I think that's like an example.
Um,
Is there anything you
I
like
don't
buy that you're like, maybe I shouldn't, but I will?
know.
No? Damn.
Um, I don't know. I don't really like do anything like that. I mean, yeah, I like I buy blind boxes, but I don't like just I don't go, "Oh, I don't think I should, but I will." I don't do that. I just buy it because I don't give a fuck because I love a blind box. But I just don't really think about guilty pleasure. I mean, I guess like I don't really
Well, if you
count it
have
as a
nothing, we could move on.
Yeah.
yeah. I just don't really. I don't really think about that stuff. Like I'm kind of like I don't tell people things, but I don't see it as a guilty pleasure. However, like I know I cosplay, but I kind of been more open about it, so I don't really see it as like a guilty pleasure.
Okay.
Okay.
Um. Yeah, I think we all gave a reasonable response to that question. We can move on. Move on.
Yep.
Okay.
Um, I'm trying to think because I did previously in previous pep talks. I had some sort of idea I wanted to share, and I was like, I'm gonna save it for next time. But I just keep forgetting what those ideas were.
Give me write
Um,
down.
You want
yeah.
to still think, and I'll just throw something out there?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll probably
Okay.
think of something real quick either way.
This is mostly not for most of you. I guess this is more for Troy and Alexa and me.
Yeah.
Um,
All three of them.
in the past and now, how like how do you build up confidence to tell somebody you got a crush on them?
Oh my
Cause
god.
like, cause
Oh my
like,
god.
I know, as all 3 of us are crushing on people hard. Um, yeah, cause I don't know, cause like I feel like it's easy with some people, but other people, like for example, the person I got a crush on, it is. It feels like I cannot do it. It feels like it might be impossible.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I mean, I guess I'll tell it from my perspective, and I guess where I'm at right now. I feel like there's a lot of like outside factors that play, and I guess that also applies to you, Steve, where, as we all know, I'm romantically interested in an AMC girl. But a big factor about that is I do not know how old she is, which does play a role. You know, you guys know that one episode of Adventure Time where like PD turns like 12 and then Ice King is like, ah man, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
So that could happen, right? Um, and another thing is the majority of the time I see this young lady is obviously at the movie theater, but it's right. I think we might have been talking about this yesterday. It's she's the ticket person,
Yeah.
and one, I am most of the time I go there, I'm with all of you, and I don't think. No offense to y'all, I love y'all. Y'all are my best friends. I'm not gonna try and chat her up in front of y'all.
Why not?
Second off, second off,
Hmm.
um,
So
whenever I go to the
why?
movies, whenever I go to the movies, this is a personal thing. I'm on like a mission. I'm trying to get to my theater and into my seat because I want to watch a movie. So I don't really have time to even attempt to chat her up. And third thing, even if we were to strike a conversation, she is the ticket person, and if someone pulls up, the conversation has to be interrupted because she has to do her job. So I don't know. That's just kind of how I view it right now. But I don't know. It's not like anything serious. Like if I guess things don't flesh out with her, I wouldn't be like not gonna kill myself. But
Yeah.
you know, I think she's a cool young lady, and it'd be cool to talk to her more.
Mm.
See, from my perspective, it's a little different. I'm a lot closer to my crush. I
You
work with
are.
my crush.
You are.
Um, I'm not gonna get too crazy into details and specifics, but I work with this person sometimes,
Yeah.
and the biggest factor is, I guess the world's got to know. I don't think he likes boys.
Oh no.
Well, we don't know which way he swings, or
We don't
Yeah.
even if
know.
he has a bat. Hashtag he could be bisexual.
I doubt that. But hey, I have no clue. And my biggest hurdle is actually interacting and talking to this person because with the way my job works is I'm very isolated. Um, I'm very much isolated and I don't really like other jobs you're walking around your coworkers, you pass by them, you have moments where like y'all are doing nothing and like you just talk. That's not how it is. I drive, right? So it's like I'm working constantly. I'm completely by myself in an enclosed capsule, pretty much. Well, I'm in a vehicle, but like then there is moments where like there's nothing to do and I could go up and talk to somebody, but like I don't know. Like how do I get too nervous to want to like go up and talk. There was a recently there was a I told everybody about this. There was a whole day where I got to interact with this so and so for a while and a lot. And it went pretty well, but I don't know if that opened the door to talk to him more or if it's just gonna stay the same. Um, and I don't know. Hopefully, if I do get to talk to him more, I don't end up hating him.
That's
I
another
feel like that
thing.
happens.
When you kind of have like a pretty distant crush on someone, you don't really know the person. And like, what if you do like get to the point of like, I guess things moving forward, and they just kind of turn out to be lame? Like, when that suck.
Yeah, that would suck a lot. Um, he's definitely not boring. Um, I don't know. Maybe the more I talk to him, I'll find more issues, but I don't want to. I don't want to. I'm not hoping for that.
Mm.
I'm hoping to find common interest because so far there aren't many, from what I can tell. What about you, Alexa? How do you go about things?
With my crushes,
Yeah, like
um,
pizza guy.
the pizza guy. That's I would barely call that a crush. It's just like that's more like we caught each other's eyes. Like
Right.
Mm.
it's a it's a term I'm bringing up from like Bob's Burgers. I think Tina had like an incident where she kept making eye contact, like, and she was like, "Oh my god, we're like eye contact dating."
I wish I was at least at that level.
Eye contact,
Eye contact dating.
eye contact dating. Yeah. Um.
But like, okay, how
I
confident are you to approach these people? Because like half the time, the crushes I feel like you have are people you wouldn't really run into normally.
no, yeah, it's
Like
like
I feel
once in
like
a
you have
blue
to
moon.
reach. You have to reach for it.
Like if I were to like work where like that pizza guy was working, I'd probably be getting a slice like every Wednesday I go up and get a slice like, "Hey, pizza guy, how's it going?" My usual plain
See, I think you'd be in the same boat as Troy though, because you would have
because
to
I don't
learn his
want to
name.
disturb him while he's working, while he's
Well,
doing his
yeah,
job.
and you would also have to learn his name and probably his age.
He
I mean,
looks
he does look old, but
he looks old, yeah.
still, you would have to,
But I think that might be just because I think because he's got facial hair. I think facial hair like adds what 3 years.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
I
well,
think facial hair makes you look older.
I feel like when you're
makes you
older,
look old.
I feel like when you're older though, it makes you look younger.
Facial hair.
Yeah, before it goes white or gray.
Mm. I don't know. Like whenever my brother or my dad like shaves off their beard, they look so young. They look like a baby.
Mm.
Um, but my like last serious crush I was with, that was great because we were talking every day, we were chatting every day. We were like hanging out like throughout the week. It was great. Um, I think we were pretty close of dating, but then like one one thing was said and it all went wrong, and I haven't talked to him since. I want to reach back out and be friends again.
Why did you stop?
Well, it's not that we stopped. It's just like he and I have two different sleeping schedules. He's a night owl and I go to bed and I get up early. He like stays asleep until like 2 o'clock.
Uh-huh.
And like most of his day is gone and my and like his day started, my day is almost over. So it's hard to stay connected. But I want to reach out again and be like, hey, having a crush is definitely fun at the time, but then it like sometimes it crashes and burns.
Uh, well, for me, okay, for me, if I got a crush on somebody who is a guy, um, I'll talk like a dude. I'll talk like a dude, like a bro, like a dude bro guy towards this
Gotta
person. And
you gotta like
it's
blend
like
in.
I don't think I'm making it obvious, but should I make it obvious? Maybe I gotta go for it.
I don't know, like if you make it obvious, maybe he won't like that like voice, like that persona.
Maybe. Well, I don't know. I think we need to all
Maybe
reach our hand in the cookie jar and get our cookie, cause we all need it. We all need this. We all need this. As long as all of our cookies are of age.
yes. And it's a consenting party.
Yeah.
You're like,
You
I
know,
guess that too.
as long as your cookie is like, I guess, a sugar cookie, Troy's cookie is hmm a normal cookie, and then mine is double sided or something. I don't know.
I
Like
was gonna say if mine was fully baked.
fully baked.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't want no raw dough.
I do not.
My my cookie does have some suspicious sugar sprinkled on top, though. It
Ah,
is.
That is the secret sauce. You know what I mean.
Alexa's got 16 cookies in a jar, and she ain't grabbing none of them. She got crushes on so many people. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should have a crush on like everybody. Maybe branch out. I'm banking all on one.
imagine you're like at the mall or something, and like you're like, oh my god, Crush 13 and Crush 27 are here. This is so awkward.
Oh no, it's oatmeal raisin and double chocolate chunk. Oh my god.
Oh my god. What are they doing here together? They're not meant to meet up today.
Like I know other schedules? That's crazy.
Yeah, no schedules.
I don't know. I feel like
Guys,
I just
once I
wanted to
get
bring it up
serious
because
over
I
a
feel
book,
like
uh,
we
deep dive. Deep dive into Facebook.
what?
What?
So once I get serious over a cookie, I deep dive into the Facebook. I won't be happy.
Because we need to peep this. We need to peep this.
Sasha?
She is serious about that. She is serious about that because she told me to look up this person that I have a crush on. She said, look up his mom's Facebook. I'm not gonna do that.
That's
That's
kind of
crazy.
bonkers.
That is kind of insane.
It's kind
For
of
what
weird.
reason? For what reason? And I think it was to
What do you gain from that?
I think it was to see if his mom had pictures of him with somebody. I think that's what she
Okay.
said. But it's
That's,
like, no, no.
that's kind of perverted, but sure, why not?
Oh my
I
god. It was a suggestion.
perfect.
You
You want
you
that
wanted
cookie
pictures?
bad?
I gave a suggestion.
Bad. Yeah, I don't think I go that crazy about it. I will look up, an Instagram, see if they have one, but I'm not gonna follow.
And Jo.
No, I'm not gonna JO. Um, I don't know. I think we can move on from the topic though. I just wanted to bring it up.
Okay. Solid
Juan, were
topic.
you able to think of the topic?
I no, I'm still I can't
Oh
think
my
of it.
god, bro.
Uh uh Troy, do you have one?
I do.
Okay, go for it.
So over the past maybe a month and a half, I've been on a really big music kick, and what I mean by that is I've been trying to get better at actively listening to the music like I want to listen to. Like if I walk around saying like, oh, like I like a song by a certain someone and I want to like dive deeper into more of their stuff, like I actually do that instead of just saying I do.
Hmm. How's that?
So and I've been pretty successful at that, and it's been very fun. I like music, long story short. So my question is, what is and I mean, hopefully you guys have an answer, but what is a song or album that you think has been the most important to your life? And what I mean by that is not
Mm,
like your favorite song, your favorite album, but like I guess when you discovered it or you came across it, it was at a very like pivotal, is that the word? I think pivotal time in your life, and it
Impressionable?
I get yeah, impressionable is another word. Um, and it was really important to you, and I guess still is now.
I got one. If no one has it, there's
Go
yes.
Um,
on.
if you guys want me to
So
go first, I can, but it's up to you.
you can go because you're the one who started it.
Um, okay, so this goes back to 2021. This is a group you guys are all familiar with. I've made no stranger. I'm a big fan of them. Um, one day I was driving home from a thrift store, and I sometimes when I don't feel like just like choosing something to listen to, I'll just tell Siri like, "Oh Siri, just play something," right? And I'll just put it on like my station on Apple Music. And the song came on, and it was "Honey, I'm Home" by Destroy Boys.
Um,
And I was like, "Oh, this song's pretty good." And a few months later, I went through a pretty stressful time for a lot of different factors, but I'm pretty sure school was the big one because my parents, this was like late junior year, early senior year, I think, where my parents were putting a lot of pressure on me for like college and stuff. At the time, I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do, but that was also around the time where the Destroy Boys dropped their album Open Mouth, Open Heart. And um, I don't know, it was, I guess, an album I resonated with a lot. And it was, I've never been very good at listening to albums. I usually get like bored halfway through, but it's, I guess, one of the first albums that I love like the whole thing, and it made me a big fan of them.
mm,
So I'm still a fan of them to this day. I love a lot of the songs on the album. Shout out to Cherry Garcia. That's like one of my favorite songs ever.
That's a good song.
It's a really good song. But I guess that's my answer. I guess you guys can go.
Okay. Um, I think maybe around the same year as yours, 2021. It's 2021 we were seniors. I think that's when we were seniors.
It was like it's the start of senior year. Yeah.
Senior year. Maybe not. Yes, yes, kind of the start of senior year then. So 2021 and a little bit of 2022. Those 2 years was um very stressing for me wise because I went through a very bad situation uh of being evicted from my apartment, and it was very stressful for me and my family and my sister, and we were living out from my dad's friends and some uncles. And since I really um didn't really have much to do, I really only listened to mostly music at the time. And during that bad period, bad period, I a recent album came out during that time. And well, can I say two albums? Because there was two albums that really were pretty
All right,
important.
man, go for it.
All right, these two albums, same year, same um yes, same year. First off was Donda by Kanye West. That
Okay.
album was very, very good. It helped me through a lot as well. Uh, Even though I wasn't really the biggest Christian or Catholic person in the world, I still didn't really um this didn't really turn me into like a very you know Christian person at all. I just really just like the music that he was producing, but it got me through it. Especially the one song I did enjoy was Moon in that album. Moon is really good. It's from Kanye and Don Toliver. No, not Don Toliver. I think it's Cuddy. I think Cuddy was in that one. And maybe Don Toliver, I don't know. But that one song there was pretty good. It got me through it. And another album is Kid Cudi, and it's Man of the Moon, the first one. And that entire album was really, really good because not only it got me through that, it also got me through work. Because I worked at Burlington at the time. Bad place to work at. Run away if you ever had the chance of working there or wanted to work there. Just run away. Not really good. Run away, Kanye. Um, but yeah, Donda and Man of the Moon are two albums that really resonate to me, and I still hear. Um, that was very impactful in my life. So yeah.
Solid answer.
Me, I gotta actually like albums on my Spotify. I normally don't. I'll just like half of the songs on the album, and then I don't actually like the album.
Mm-hmm.
For me though, I would say I guess it was also 2021
Damn,
Yeah, everyone's stressing.
or
everyone's going through it.
well, 2021 was when I started to stress.
Mm.
Did we how far into 2022 did we graduate?
June,
Yeah.
about halfway.
Okay, okay.
June 15 or 14. It was around there, I
So
believe.
I'd say okay, maybe it's 2022. Maybe it's 2022. Um, it was either 2021 or 2022. It was rough for me. Um, it was really bad. Personally, not really much was going on, but like it was personal. I was getting fat, and I was in a state of like hating myself real bad and thinking that everybody hated me, even if they would reach out and like say something to me or like say they'd want to hang out with me, I felt like they didn't want me to actually be there. They just like I don't know, felt some sort of pity towards me.
Mm.
Um so I got in like this like really bad way of thinking and but I started I guess I started doing nefarious things and getting into expressing myself and listening to music was one of those things. And I was listening to a lot of different music and a lot of it was sad music, but I came across the Mild High Club and they have this one album. It's not the ones that everybody listens to. It's their like last album. It's a 2021 album. Um it's called Going Going Gone.
Mm.
That I was listening to like crazy. Everyone listens to their other two albums, not this one. But this one's good. I like this one. Um, this and a lot of other music helped me get a lot better than where I am now. But this is one of like I'm hearing myself a lot. This is one of like a full album that I liked because I normally don't like a full album, but I really did like this one. Um, so yeah, I liked this is something that helped me.
That's cool.
I can't really think of too much else album wise. Individual songs, there was a lot. A lot came, a lot went. Please, Alexa, where is your phone?
I'm holding it.
I don't know, but it doesn't. Are you sure you're holding it?
Yes,
I
I'm holding it right now.
Are you sure?
Yeah, yeah. Do I like? It sounds impossible. What do you want me to take a picture of me holding my phone?
no, no. Well, do you have one album wise that led
Um,
you to it?
there's this. I don't have like an album, but I have this one song that I am listening to that kind of reminds me of that time in my life that when I listen to the song. It's called "You're So Vain," Carly Simmons. Um, it reminds me too of the time where it was around like 20 2022 is when like I broke up when my boyfriend broke up with me. Um, he didn't really give me a whole big reason why we broke up, but every time I listen to this song, it reminds me of that relationship and like why he break up with me. Um,
No.
How did you discover the song? If you don't mind me asking.
um, I discovered it through a TikTok, and then I added it to my Spotify, and then I just kept listening to it while working out.
Mm, that's pretty cool.
Okay. Um,
Um,
what about you, Max?
Um, so I don't really have like a significant time that like I listen to music to help me go through things. However, I have like albums that have made me feel better about those times that are like now that I think about. Like I wasn't listening to anything that really helped me during that specific time. But however, like listening to some songs now kind of like make me feel a little better about um what happened during those times. Like I was going through like some friendships that were ending, and I really like to listen to Sleep Token because I feel like their lyrics are really deep and meaningful, and I really relate to some of the things that they say, even though it's mostly like about relationships. However, I don't think it just has to be like a love interest relationship. I feel like it could also be about friendship as well. So that's how I view it. Um, but I also have like other songs that make me think about like that type of stuff. However, like I really like this one song from Sleep Token. It's called Geth Getha Sesame. I think I'm saying that right. And I really like his tone in the song because in the beginning it kind of sounds like he's very vulnerable and very naive, and then he makes his voice deeper to like to me sounds like he's uh taking control of it, and then there's a part where he sounds like he's healing from it, and I really like the entire song for that because it just sounds like it's like immature but taking it mature. And I remember having those feelings with like those friendships, having an immature thought, having a mature thought, having a healing thought, and then it kind of like cycled all over again. And I really liked listening to that song the most because it just makes me think of that.
That's cool, man. What was I
Um,
gonna say?
wait, what are you gonna say?
Sorry. You've been into Sleep Token for like a few months now, right?
Yeah.
How did you first get into them? Like, how were you introduced to them?
Okay. So so I didn't know it was a Sleep Token song. I was just on TikTok and I saw I saw a Baldur's Gate edit of Astarion,
Nice.
and it's like it's the song called The Summoning, and at the end of the song of The Summoning, it sounds completely different from the rest of the song in the beginning. And obviously to me, I did not know that was that song. And then a couple months later, I was in my sister's car and she's playing The Summoning. And I'm like, okay, I don't know if I like really am into this. And then like I'm hearing the entire song, and then the song goes silent in the middle of it, and because it's going to transition into the next part, and then it transitions to the next part that the edit is from, and I was like, oh my god, it's the same people. I did not know that. And then it just kind of like started from there. I just started listening to more of their songs because my sister would also play it too in her car. And like I don't know, I really like Vessel's voice, and I really like their music. I like how long their songs are. I especially love how they play their instruments and um, lyrics. As I've said, I think they're very deep and meaningful. I like a lot of meaningful music and like things where you need to find the pieces. I don't like when like music just tells you what it is. I really like to dig and find meaning and purpose into what that person or artist or band is trying to tell you.
Nice.
Um, but yeah. I think that's we answered individually
Yeah,
now.
that was cool.
All
Yeah.
right.
Thank you guys.
I I
No, solid.
so I'd
Thank
like to
you.
say though, personally, I think games have helped me through rough times more than music. Um, like I have on my Steam, I have a lot of single player story games that I would just finish when I was at my rough points. And I think that helped me more than music. But yeah, I did have a good amount of music that helped me through some things.
That's
Um,
cool.
yeah, I guess topic change here.
I believe
Do you
it's
have
either,
it, Juan?
it's either you or Mac.
Uh, yeah, I think I have one, unless this
Sure.
was already spoken of. Um, lately I've been having thoughts about uh it's gonna go back to kind of like music wise. Uh the past week or last week, either maybe this past week, there was one song I came across. It's a Spanish song. I came across it by an edit, and this well, the edit wasn't this specific song, but it led to me listening to more about this band. And while listening to it, I had this idea of a movie, and I'm like, oh man, this will look good for a the intro of the movie that I had in mind in my head. And so the question is there like a song specifically you think would be great as like in a movie? Like an idea, the song makes the idea of the movie, basically, I think. Like
Oh, I gotta look around.
because let me the song is called the C it's four words. It's an abbreviation of a cartel in Mexico. It's an abbreviation of a cartel gang. Um and when I was listening to it, I was like, oh man, this can correlate to two different characters in my movie idea here. A a kid and the kid's father's killer.
Mhm.
And I'm like, oh man, because in my head, right, this intro of the movie was like gonna show you bits of what happened to this kid's father, and he doesn't remember. As a kid, you don't really remember the many faces of other people until you are grown up, but um and you see bits of the kid's life, you see bits of the killer's life as well, and it leads up to the kid's, father dying by the kid's killer, um, all that sorts, and then and it leads up to him finding out later, and then I still have no idea of how the ending would turn out. But that's just the beginning of the movie, though, in my head, beginning. And I was seeing if you guys had something similar of like you listening to a song and you're like, oh man, this idea of mine can be a movie or a show or a game, either or.
Um,
Oh, so that's the question. Okay.
Yeah.
I I had an idea for like a story, where it could like, okay, so my idea, because like I think it was at the time. I feel like this was around the time you were like really talking about wanting to make stuff.
Yeah.
So I kind of like got into thought, like thinking about things. I was thinking about like a story of like, because I don't really like musicals, right?
Yeah.
But I don't mind them if they're good. And I was thinking, what if there was a story where it follows two characters, one of them is from like kind of like almost a universe where the world is like a musical. Like that's normal. That's just normal life. Kind of like how a musical movie is.
Mm-hmm.
That's just it just kind of happens and no one
Like
bats an eye.
like Teen Beach Movie.
Um or like La La Land, I guess.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
it just
Yeah.
kind of happens and no one bats an eye, right? But then the other person is from, a normal fucking world. That shit don't happen. But for some reason, like they're from like parallel universes. So everything's the same. It's just from one person's world, it's a musical. The other person, it's not. So it would be both of them kind of somehow get in the same like I guess shared universe, and they kind of have to figure out if uh who's from that one, who's not, because it's like they're kind of like breaking the fabric between realities. So the musical universe and the regular one are like colliding, and only the person from the musical universe sees things from that point of view. Like they see things as like a musical half the time. So all around him, people are singing and dancing, and he's singing and dancing. And then from the other person's point of view, he just sees this one motherfucker singing and dancing, and everyone else is going through their day to day life. And he's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And the other guy's confused that he's the only one that's not singing and dancing. And I thought that would be a
Oh,
fun little
that's a fun dynamic.
like
Mhm.
concept, and it would kind of be like, I guess, comedy like, and maybe they got to get back, to I don't know, somehow separate their universes again, or I don't know, shit explodes.
Nice.
I thought that would be a fun idea because like it would be like it would constantly show two different point of views
Mm-hmm.
at the
Okay.
same time. So it could be like cool camera work and stuff like that.
Okay.
That's what I thought of. But it would be
Uh,
like a musical, but I don't really like musicals.
Um, I think I do have one, but it's not for a full movie. It's for a very specific scene in a movie, which I guess you'd base the film around. But there, did you choose like a specific song, Steve, or was that just a general idea?
It was just a general idea, but I think it was, maybe it was because I watched a musical.
Okay.
It or and I just didn't like it. or it was maybe because it had to do something with musicals. Maybe we were in the car and you were listening to the High School Musical soundtrack again or something. I don't know,
Maybe.
but it something had to spark it. But I was like, that'd be cool.
I guess I'll share mine. So, probably around a year ago now, I saw a lot of, uh, I don't know if you guys heard about the band Oasis, but they're a very popular British band,
Mhm.
uh, a few years ago, and they broke up for a while. There were two brothers, and they broke up. And they announced they were getting back together, and they were doing a tour. And I guess I came across a tweet of like them promoting the tour, and there's a song playing in the background with a very very nice guitar riff. I was like, that sounds really cool. And so I found the song, and the song is called Acquiescence, I believe that's how it's pronounced. And around this time, we had to do, or I do some overnights at Best Buy. I had to like do some shit around the store while they were changing the carpets. So I was just like, there's no one there, so I was just having my headphones in, and I would listen to Acquiescence, and an idea of like a movie scene popped in my head because the way the guitar riff like starts, it kind of feels like it would be a really cool like needle drop in the middle of a scene in a movie. And what I thought it was like the movie follows around maybe like two brothers, right? Obviously, like kind of based on the band, and they like grow up together, and they like their favorite band, I guess, in the movie would be Oasis or like a band similar to Oasis, and they both like really like this song in particular, right? That's something they like bonded over, and something happens, and they have a fallout, um, and I guess I don't know, somehow this would be like fantastical because a big fight happens, like a giant war where one of the brothers like goes to fight in the war, and the other one just disappears for a really long time, right? And then my idea for the scene was the one brother, after like a really long fight, he's on his knees, he like can't fight anymore, he thinks he's lost the battle, and then like the scene's like quiet for a few seconds, and then the song would start to play where like the guitar riff comes in. And then like I mean, it wouldn't really make sense for him to hear the song since it's like playing in the movie, but as the song is playing, it'll like pan around a little bit and then maybe show like, the one shot. It's both in Dune and Furiosa where like there's someone at the bottom of the hill and then it like pans and then there's someone else standing at the top of the hill and like the sun is behind them.
Yeah.
It'd be like one of those shots, and it's revealed to be the other brother coming to help the other one fight in the battle. And I think let me make sure of this, but I think it's like relevant because the chorus of the song is uh because we need each other, because we believe in each other, something like that. But that's the scene I would envision. It's a good song.
Okay. Not bad.
Genji Hanzo Overwatch.
Yeah, type shit.
um, I think well, also for me, it's not really like movie ideas or movie scenes that come to mind when music is playing in my head. Sometimes when I'm drawing, I'll just listen to music and it'll help me come up with ideas for what I'm drawing.
Oh, I can
Um,
relate to that.
like very fast-paced music is what I listen to mostly when I'm like drawing like I guess sci-fi stuff.
Mhm.
Um, because in my head I'm imagining what would this what first off, what would this person look like? And with what they look like, how would they be moving? And with the music being fast, it's like I feel like this person would be fast. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of like drawing to make them look faster. and it helps me, like, I guess, get ideas for it. But once I get that idea, if the next song comes on and it's slower, it doesn't change the idea. I keep drawing it, but eventually I'll finish it and I'll be thinking of something else, and something similar would probably happen where it's a slower song or like a really heavy song. Maybe it's SD Kid. I don't know. And I'll draw something based off of that if an idea pops in mind because of it.
Mm-hmm.
But like that happens.
Because this also, I'm also gonna add on to what I was saying with songs, with songs related stuff. Because I also like to write. I like to write stuff, and recently I am, well, not currently right now, but I was writing a story. It's about a kid. Medieval stuff. I'm really into medieval stuff. And most of the time when I'm writing, I put music in the background, and sometimes music helps me visualize of how a character would move, how a character would react, and sometimes their motives as well. And one part of the story I was writing, um, I was writing about a kid, and he just saw his entire village basically get killed and murdered, and in the gruesomest way possible, really. Um, and most of the time I had to write of a bad guy, and this bad guy is gonna be, his number one nemesis. And so how I needed the idea of that nemesis, I had to listen mostly rock, songs. And the one band that specifically helped me write this specific villain guy was Pierce the Veil. And the song that helped me
Nice.
write it is, I believe, King for a Day, or yeah, I think it's King for a
Yeah.
Day. That song helped me out to write a specific character and how I want that character to be, because and also correlates with the kid as well, because I also want to add some um some people in his life that supports him, but also die in the way, and helps him grow to become a much more try to protect more people, and don't want to see more people die in front of him and that sorts. But yeah, Petersonville was the one band that helped me out to write a story. So yeah, just like Sinners, Mr. Ryan, he used one from Metallica to write Sinners, which is pretty fun.
Hmm.
Nice.
What about you, Gum? You have any ideas with music or that
I
can
do
be
have
trans?
ideas of music. It's not movies, it's more like music videos I have in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Like one in particular that I really like to think about making a music video is Dracula. Uh, Tam Impala, I think his name is, or this
Tame
person's name
Impala.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, it's just such a funky song. I love listening to it. Every time I listen to it, I have new ideas in my head if I were to make a music video and how it would go. Um, it would either be like 5th century, or sometimes I'll make it like, or sometimes I'll make it like, ah, it's just depending what mood I'm in, depending where I want this music video to be. Um,
Mm-hmm. This was like a scene you thought of during the song that, like, oh, this this is great. Like like I guess Troy's little example of him imagining the two brothers and all, and then the son in the background and the brother coming out. All that sort. Like
Oh,
specific. Like, do you have a scene in mind? Like a
a
scene?
theme,
Yeah.
sort of.
Like,
Um, like it's like I imagine two lovers in two different worlds. Like it's hard for me to do it now because it's been a while since I listened to this music. Um, and basically, I imagine as like the male protagonist stalking this young lady or stalking a lady.
hmm
Um, and seeing how much he yearns for her and how much he wants to be with her, but he can't because he is a vampire and she is a human and he can't go in the sun. So he's always watching from afar.
Okay.
But I don't really think like when you were thinking about movies, I don't really think them as movies. I more do like uh what I would do like in a music video. Or most of the time how like it would be like I'm putting myself in that shoes.
Okay. What about you, Mac?
Mm. Well, I guess I guess we found out what my guilty pleasure was because this is all I did in middle school.
That
Um,
the one is it the one music video?
what music video?
Okay, keep talking, keep talking. I think I might know what you're
Please
talking
do.
about.
You
Or
don't know you don't know what I'm talking about at all. I
no.
haven't told anyone about this
So leader.
because I feel like I'm going to be judged so hard. But like at the same time, I don't do it anymore, so like I don't see the point to. But however, like I have been wanting to pick it up again. So like and I would be more open about it anyway because like I don't really care now, but it stopped like in ninth grade. So I had a whole story written out from a couple albums, and it's by one band.
Oh, can I guess? Can I guess?
I might
No,
have an idea.
I have an idea too. I have an idea. I have an idea. Can I guess? Can we guess?
I think we all have an idea. I think we all have an idea, but can I continue?
Okay.
Please.
So, should I talk about how I made it, or should I talk about the story, or should I talk about both?
Both.
I'm gonna talk about both because it's long. So I started this around sixth or seventh grade, and
Sorry, it was funny.
I didn't really tell anyone that I started writing this. So what I would do, like what started it was I would listen to the album that just came out recently during that time, and it kind of sparked the inspiration for it. And I just kind of started writing about the characters. Now maybe eighth grade is when I really started writing the story for it because I'm pretty sure that's when the first song came out for that album during the summer, and I was obsessed with that song the entire summer. I drew I oh oh, I
Keep going.
originally drew the character that's in the story who is originally supposed to be me, but then in the story I changed it to be someone else because I felt weird inserting myself in my own story.
Mm.
Um, and then in ninth grade, the entire album came out. I wouldn't say I actually stopped this in ninth grade. I'm gonna lie. I think I stopped actually in 11th grade. I wasn't sure the timeline, but now I think I remember. So I stopped in 11th grade about this. So that just makes me 10 times more cringier. Um, so anyway, yes, because, okay, all right, timeline done. Anyway, so in ninth grade, the whole album came out, and I wrote like crazy. Like I wrote chapters, I wrote character descriptions, I wrote a bunch of different things. And what the story was about was basically these four teenagers who were taken away from their lives and were brought into a different life that they only know of, and they don't know their past lives besides one, because that one person was was not fully brainwashed by this guy who um started basically an apocalyptic world, and it was like a good side and there was a bad side, but they were all bad in the end. And the main character was the only one who knew about all like was this, because in his head he had someone in his head telling him that this is not all good, this is not all right. And then oh, also they were all friends. um this is really hard to explain without you guys knowing who the music people are, and I really don't want to tell you,
I
but
mean,
you already guessed.
we
You
all. I
can
think we all
always go
know.
back and uncringe it.
Well,
Why?
okay. Oh, hold on. So actually, I have been wanting to go back to it. So it's just like basically, I want to make it more of like dystopian and cybernetic, but also like broken cybernetic. Like nothing really works. I'm not really sure how like I want to write it because I want it to definitely be apocalypse and like, but I kind of think it was to, oh yeah, they all have powers. I forgot to mention that. They all have powers. Maybe I should mention their names because their names, no, wait, I don't want to mention their names. But okay, so their names are, I don't know, should I mention their names? I don't want to get too deep into it, but,
Mac, we're all friends
'cause-
here.
Plus
yeah,
the
but the
world.
people on YouTube are not my friends. Um, so there's north, south, east, west. West is the main character, and they all have real names. They all have real lives. However, they don't know their real lives besides West, because West wasn't fully brainwashed by the god who brainwashed him. But I'm thinking to change that. I don't want them to be gods because I think that's stupid.
I remember this.
I only made them gods because the album people that I listened to are Christians, and I wanted them to have a religious thing in it. And um Wes has a god in his head, and it tells him that this is wrong, this is not okay, this is not where you belong. I can take you back in time, but you first have to do all of this before you can get back there. So they try to find all that stuff, and then as they try to find out all that stuff, his friends try to find out who they really are, and they're like, wait, this shit doesn't seem right. But the god that they are worshiping also brainwashes their brain, be like, no, like this is actually the right way. And then the other side is like basically the same thing, and like they all have all connections with each other. And a lot of the lyrics from those songs really built those relationships and also those like ideas of those characters. Because okay, I guess I should mention now the band that is from because we all know. Everyone like shouted out 3, 2, 1, go.
21 Pilots.
Okay, well, Detroit didn't chime in.
I mean, that's what I was gonna say.
Okay, so yes, it is 21 Pilots. Um, it was ever since Trench album came out,
Yep.
and because I really like their storyline of uh um that area. What is that area called? Oh my god, you know what I'm talking about,
Upside Down World.
huh?
The Upside Down.
No, girl.
If you're asking me, I don't know. I was more of
I
a Blurry Face guy than a Trench guy.
I can't remember. Trench is my favorite album, so this is where it all began of the story. I just went all on a whole ramble. I feel like I lost track of the point of this talking point, but basically I wrote a really deep story and I really want to rewrite it again and make it different because like they were teenagers, but now I kind of want to make them into like maybe adults instead and change some key points and things about it, but I'm not sure where to start from there. But I'm sorry, I'm hearing something outside. It's kind of scary. I don't like it.
It's
But yeah,
fine.
that's like my whole that's my whole lore of my compass babies. That's what I call them because I don't remember
It's a cute
what
name.
I huh?
That's a cute name.
Yeah, I don't know. I never knew what to call the title of the story, so I always called it compass. But like, I didn't want to call it because they're north, south, east, west. But I didn't want to keep it as that, so I wanted to change it to something different. And the reason why I named them that was because in Nico and the Niners, um, one of the lyrics was "East is up," and I was like, "Oh wow!" I don't know why I really like that, so then I made it. I made it that, and then it goes deeper, but I don't really want to explain anymore.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
Nice. It's pretty brave
Yeah, Mac. Very brave.
Why brave?
because you said you felt like it was embarrassing or whatever.
It was like a guilty pleasure I had, and every now and then, like I'll just like open up that doc and just read it, and then be like, I really want to change that. Oh, I really want to change that. You could also, I'm very, very um biased of who's my favorite in the story, but I try not to keep it like that because I don't like being biased about my characters, so I try to switch it up every now and then. But East
Oh,
is my favorite.
I was gonna ask you something. When we asked about the guilty pleasure question, did that pop up and you chose not to say it, or did you just not think of it?
I didn't think of it,
Dang.
but it's so funny because I literally I was driving to the food festival with my sister and I was in the back and I thought to myself, I really want to read that right now. And I pulled it up and then I kind of got card sickness, so I stopped reading it. But it's like, I don't know, sometimes to me it reminds me of like reading like a fanfic or like something that your friend wrote. I never really told anyone about that story because I mean, I've always wanted to because I want to know what other people think. But then I just don't. I just don't. I think I've told Steve a little bit and maybe a little bit to Juan,
I saw the
but
drawing.
I didn't drawings.
I think so. You were showing me your sketchbooks, and then you were telling me about these compass babies. Um, maybe I don't know. 'Cause it was the time where I was just in your room and we were looking at old art stuff. and then I
I
think
hope you know that I'm making the speed face right now.
which one he has multiple faces.
Try not to laugh, Speed.
Oh,
Is that the
okay.
one? Is that the one?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Um. Yeah. So yeah.
Thanks for telling us. I guess trusting us with that. That's cool.
Yeah, I just forget about it every now and then.
Um. Yeah. I think that's they can. That's really it for my topic. I think everyone said a topic today.
Did did Mac have a topic?
Oh wait, Max.
I can see if I have a topic.
Okay.
I don't know if anyone. I don't know if anyone told you, but we're supposed to bring topics, but sometimes I guess people forget. Cough, cough. Steve, cough, cough.
Okay.
I have
Sorry.
like topics already written for things. Let me double check if those are the ones that we want. If there's like another one,
Um.
but um,
I'm gonna relate this to Maxwell's fanfic or OCs.
it's not a fanfic though.
Uh, I because in middle school, I that's where I was really into. Well, I'm still like ever since I guess middle school, I was really getting into writing stuff. And middle school was also when I was playing a lot of games, especially Gears of War. Gears of War was a game. Gears of War 3 was a game that I really played a lot when I was going through middle school, and I had an idea of making that game and well, making a fanfic out of the game, but not the third one, but the second one, second game. And it was relating to this one time me and Tro were talking on the phone, I think. We were talking about like movie adaptations. And you you know
Uh-huh.
and you you remember the part where it's like, oh man, Dennis would make such a great scene out of this. It was like all the all the vehicles going to this
The
one
big battle, yeah.
the big battle basically. So I had basically a fanfic of that entire sequence, but not with the main protagonist, but different protagonists in my head. Um, and yeah, so that was basically me just relating it to kind of to a Max story because I had an idea of that when I was little. It's probably somewhere in
Mm,
my well, nowhere to be found anymore. It's a lost archive because it was in my school
Yeah. A lot of
iPad.
stuff that I wrote when I was younger was there too.
So yeah, that's nowhere to be seen anymore. So sadly. Um,
I always wanted to like. I always kind of like imagine too, like my story becoming like a like show, like either animated or real life, because like I think that's so fun to imagine. And like I was also thinking like, oh well, they would probably have to do this differently because like, sometimes they don't always follow the book. And like I was like, what if they change like the characters like looks or identity, or what if they change like the storyline of this or the storyline of that? Or I was like, man, I hope they like that. I don't think I like that, but whatever. Like I kept thinking stuff like that, but I think it's still fun at the same time because I was like, oh man, like it could be like supernatural some way, like CW stuff, because that's all I could think of. Because like no live action things are good unless it's like a movie, but like um, I guess a topic that we can do that I have written down. It is not really related to some things that you guys said this time around. Do they have to relate to other topics that we had?
No, not at
Nah,
all.
nah. Everyone brings like their own thing.
Okay, so I will start off with this one. So this one is is it weird to say, and it's like a prompt. So I do like a prompt. So this one is it weird to say? And for one of mine, I said like, is it weird to say your fly is down to someone? Because I feel like whenever I
Mm.
say that to someone, I feel like they get like either embarrassed or like they don't want to hear that, or like, why the fuck are you looking at my crotch? Like, I'm just trying to look out for you so you don't have like your polka dotty underwear showing. But if you want your polka dotty underwear showing, go right ahead. But is it weird to say that your fly is down? Like, and you can go off and say, no, I don't think it's weird. Yeah, I think that's weird. Like, and if you think there's something weird to say, then you can also chime in with that topic.
Um, I have an example of this actually. Uh,
Okay.
I was at work. This is actually okay. For everyone who doesn't know, which is everybody listening, at work I drive. I mentioned this earlier. I crashed. All right, I crashed. It wasn't bad, but I crashed. So I had to work inside. And while working inside, I had my jeans on. And and I don't know what's wrong with them, but for some reason, as I was working, my zipper just gradually went all the way down multiple times, so many times. It wasn't me going to the bathroom and forgetting to zip it up. It was just going down. I don't know why. And each time I would catch it, I'm just thinking, man, this is so annoying. It would be, I mean, I don't want this fly to be down because I kind of don't want people seeing, my flies down. But if someone
Mhm.
mentioned it to me, I'd be like, honestly, with that happening so often, I'd probably mention it. I'd be like, "Oh my god, thank you so much. I don't know why this is happening." Like, it would be like a little conversation, so I wouldn't mind at all. I think, it's a nice gesture. I don't think you're really looking down there, especially because um, it is eye catching because the zipper is usually like silver or like a copperish color, so like it sticks out. So like your eyes will see it if someone's pants are unzipped. So like I'm okay with it. I don't care. Me personally, if I see someone's flies down, if I know the person, I'll mention it. I'll be like, zippers down. If I don't really know the person, I'm not gonna say shit.
Okay.
I'll let it be down.
You can also add on to this too. Like, it doesn't have to be about your fly being down. Like, it can also be a different thing that is weird to say that, or you think is weird to say, or you think is weird to
Oh,
hear. Like, it doesn't. It you can like yeah, you can go off of what I said too. Like, you said that was an example, but like I feel free to also like think of something that goes along with it too. Like, I also have another one where it's like, I feel like, and I've had experience with this before, um, where I feel like people think it's weird to say that you smell good sometimes
Mm.
because, like, I feel like it's the way you word it because I'll be like, oh, wow, you smell really good. And they'll be like, ew, thank you. And I'm like, oh, like, I'm talking about whatever the fuck you're wearing. Like, not, I don't think, like, oh, you smell good. Like, I'm a fucking creep. Like, I'm gonna smell your
well,
toes.
I'll be
Like,
honest with that though. I'm a guy. Guys don't really get compliments. I'll take whatever I get. That's the only one I ever do get.
Steve, I was thinking the same thing. If someone said I smell good, I might actually just pop the ring.
Exactly. Like
I
that's
might
the
just
only
take them home.
compliment I do get, and I am glad I get that compliment because I get it quite often.
See,
People
like,
do like the way I smell, and you know what? I'm not gonna reveal my secret to the world on how I
well,
smell.
maybe guys like that, like, cause I feel like maybe it's more like a girl thing, cause
Well, I've
I
gotten that compliment from a stud. She wanted to smell like me, so I
oh,
gave
you
her the secret
did.
sauce. Yeah, I gave her the secret sauce. That sounds crazy. To smell good, and yeah, I think she took my advice.
I have to word it differently. Like when I say it, I'll be like, "Hey, like I'm not just trying to sound weird, but what kind of perfume do you have on?" Like I can't say, "Wow, you really smell good. What do you got on?" Like people for some reason think that's weird to hear, and I think that happened to me like either in middle school or high school, and I was like really confused why they were confused when I asked that, but some people I guess find that weird. I
Mm,
don't know.
I don't know. Well, another thing I could think of is the word bitch.
Uh-oh.
Um there are it's mostly older people. It's mostly older people. There are a lot of people who don't understand when I say the word bitch. Um I mean almost nothing by it most of the time, right? Unless I'm in, some anger spiral and I'm actually calling someone it. If I'm like if I'm laughing at a joke with Juan or something, um or like he cracks like a joke towards me that's like actually really funny, I'll be like, bitch. But like I don't mean anything by it. Honestly, sometimes for some people it's like a nice word, right? But like older people, that's like the greatest sin. The word bitch is like crazy. Like you can't say that. Um which I don't know. I like it. Um I can't really think of much else though.
That's okay.
Um does
Does
anybody else have something?
Um. Oh, go
You
for it.
got one.
Uh, this is still talking about the zipper, right? So if I guess someone tells me if my zipper is down, I would appreciate that they tell me because I don't want my wiener to be, out at all. And especially if, if my zipper is down, hypothetically in front of children, I don't want to be look
Oh yeah, you don't want
like a bad
charges.
guy. Yeah.
Like a pole vault, yeah.
And I appreciate if another person just flat out just says, "Hey man, your zipper is down," and I'll be, "Oh man, thank you." Uh, and I really appreciate when people just tell me things because I'm not gonna get mad. I'm not gonna get angry. If I have something on me, just tell me because I want to look freaky.
Right. If if someone said that to me, if my zipper was down, I'd be annoyed at myself of having my zipper down.
Hmm.
Like I'd be appreciative, but I'd be like, God damn it, not again, and like pull up my zipper. Because honestly, it's these like one pair of pants I have. I think it's like a similar issue with Steve. Like these pants, like the zipper slowly goes down throughout the day, and I don't realize it's happening.
Well, yeah, I just didn't know it was happening that day. But like I was working inside, which is like, there's a shit ton of people in there. If I was outside, I wouldn't care too much. I'd catch it and be like, ah. But inside, it's like there's a billion people around me. Everyone's gonna think I'm a fucking pervert.
Yeah.
But I would want to hear that. I think, okay, I'm trying to think of something I wouldn't want to hear.
It's not like you wouldn't want to hear. It is just like, do you think that's weird to say to someone, or like, oh, like that's embarrassing
Yeah.
to like hear for yourself? Like, I don't really like when someone's like, "Oh, you got something in your teeth," and like no one told me until just now, and that really upsets me. Like, do people think it's weird to say it? Like, you're like, "Oh man, like they got something in their teeth. I don't really want to tell them, but I'm just gonna let them keep talking within their mouth." Like, do people like that's what I'm saying. Like, do you guys do that too? Like where you think something's weird to say, or you think something is weird to say to like for yourself or whatever. Like it doesn't have to be that. It could be literally like something else that's weird to say. It doesn't have to be just about like your appearance or something. Like it could be weird. Like how you said bitch. Like people think that's weird to say.
This is a harder question.
Sorry, I mostly have like a lot of prompts and then like things that back off, like that follow by it, because I think those ones are really interesting sometimes because I like to hear people's opinions.
Um. hmm. Well, Troy, do you have something to say?
Um, yeah. I mean, I have thoughts on both the zipper thing
I didn't know
and
the zipper was popular.
I mean that's just kind of how we do the topics, like. But I do have opinions on it, and has something to do with us hanging out literally yesterday. Um, and I also have thoughts on the bitch word, but for now I'll just talk about the zipper. So I also have an example for my job from maybe like 2 months ago. So this is just like a thing about me is I've always had like a staring problem. Like I daydream a lot, and my eyes just kind of land anywhere they kind of want to when I'm daydreaming. And it's got me into some very odd situations
Mm.
where sometimes I'm just kind of like daydreaming about anything, but it turns out I'm like staring at someone. Um, but this happened at work a few months ago. It was like we were close to closing, so there was like a few of us just near the front of the store waiting to shut the gate. And I was daydreaming, and then as I was done daydreaming, I realized like, oh, I'm looking at something. Um, I so happened to be looking around my coworker's crotch, like just looking like at around that height level, and I noticed his fly was down. So I
Oh.
was like, I literally didn't even like think about it twice. I like just signaled him because like there's a few other people around, and I kind of whispered like, dude, your fly's down, and he was like, ooh, and then he turned around and fixed it real quick, and he was like, thank you. I was like, yeah, sure. And I'm like, I don't think that's like, I don't know. When do you, okay, because like people are like, I would like to know if my fly was down. But even if I see someone else's fly is down, it's not like I'm like, oh, what, dude, his fly is down. That's so odd. I'm just like, oh, his fly is down. I'll just tell him that his fly is down. Because like, I don't know, it's not like that embarrassing. It's just like, oh, you just forgot to do your zipper.
Hmm.
But another thing about that is literally yesterday after the movie when we went to Walmart and I had to pee, I went to the bathroom and I went to go handle my business. I looked down and my fly was down, and I'm like, huh. I've been hanging around with these people for like the past like 5 hours. Has my fly been down just all day? And I don't know if any of y'all noticed, but y'all certainly didn't tell me.
I certainly did not, and you know that does shock me a little bit because you are much taller than me. So, like,
Yeah, we're all level
our
from you.
eyes are, you know, lower usually.
Well,
Right.
I'm respectful and I don't look at crotch area.
Hey, I
I
don't
do
either.
sometimes.
Oh,
On accident, as I just said.
Oh yeah,
So
accident, sure.
But like, I don't think it's like that. Oh fuck. Well, when I was thinking about talking about this, I was like, oh well, at least I figured it out before we went to the movies. So then, AMC girl wanted to see, but then I realized just now as I'm talking, this was after the movie. So maybe she
Oh.
saw, but who really give a fuck?
she was
Um,
thinking, oh, he's bold today.
Oh. Well,
um,
I got
yep,
something else to include.
yeah,
Sometimes also what I do is I talk to myself.
true.
Um, I talk to myself. Uh, at any time at point, I will talk to myself, and And this one time, it happened at uh, Bath and Body Works in the Chamonix. And what was it? Because I think I scared I scared one of my coworkers. It was Brenna. Um, and I think I was moving a box or I was holding a broom, and I just got done brooming something. And I usually, whenever I pick up like a stick
Wait, did he
or
just say brooming?
I think something broke, not brooming, but like something broke, and I had to bring like the broom and put in the thing to put
It's called sweeping.
the sweeping.
No.
Uh, whatever it was, I was sweeping something, and then I had to put it into the little sweeper thing, whatever,
Dustpan.
and I had to throw it at the trash. Whatever it was I was sweeping something, and I just got done doing it, and I was putting back the the broom. I don't care, and I was putting it back in the bathroom, and I didn't know someone was in the bathroom. And as I was talking to myself here. I was basically holding the broom as like a gun, technically. Because I like playing with long sticks and just imagine it being like a long gun. And I did like a, I was like, like, and when I opened the restroom door, I was doing the sound effect, and my one manager was in there, and she looked back terrified, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm sorry, I got scared, and she got scared.
Terrified?
Cause I think she didn't expect anyone to come into the bathroom, and the door was open, and I thought someone just didn't really close it far enough or something. I don't know, but yeah, I kind of scared her with my antics of me talking to myself, but also using the broom as a gun. So yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, has everyone said their statements, or is there some people who didn't yet?
No, I
I
think we all said.
Well, speaking of talking to yourself though, might have told you guys. I gotta just at least watch when I'm talking to myself a little bit because um I was leaving work, right? I get out of my truck, I close the door, and as I'm leaving the truck, I see it's like it was at a time that I didn't normally leave. I see like 50 cars driving down the road, all got their headlights blaring towards me. Um Passing by to go to the waste facilities because there's waste factories behind my facility. And out loud, I just go, "Oh, on the way to the poop factory." And as I say that, I see a guy in the corner of my eye walking past me, and it was one of the drivers. He parked his truck and he went to go walk inside. And I just say out loud, "Oh, on the way to the poop factory." And he's just right there, and he heard it. And I'm like, "Oh my God, I sound stupid."
Yeah.
Like I just sounded dumb right there. Um, yeah, yeah.
Uh, maybe that made his day. Maybe he needed
It might
that.
have. It might have.
Maybe that's what he needed. Yeah.
Yeah, on the way to the
oh,
poop factory.
I thought Troy had more to say to his.
Oh, okay. First speak.
I mean, that's all I had to say about the zipper stuff. I don't know if I want to get into my politics about how I feel about the bitch word.
Go ahead. Freedom of speech.
Um, I mean, I guess, but I think we all know I'm not a fan of that word.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and the reason for that is I remember a few years ago, I remember seeing tweets from just like women just saying like how they think the word bitch is like a slur for women. And I remember seeing that and being like, what? That don't make no sense. But then, um, as time has gone on, and we've seen, there's definitely like a movement going on with like people like Andrew Tate and like the clavicular guy, where there's definitely like a push for people to be, or specifically young men to be very to treat women like second rate humans, right? And obviously I'm like, well, that's not cool. Like why are we doing this? So I'm like, well, I have to think like, oh well, now that I'm noticing this, how do I not do this? Like, how do I prevent myself from even like even closely associating with what they're doing? Because I don't fuck with that shit at all. And I think also I feel that way because I have a little sister who I'm quite fond of, like, and I think she's very cool. And I don't like the idea of her growing up in a world that's like designed to be against her just because she's a girl. And like, I
Mhm.
don't want to partake in that. And um, the word bitch, I don't like using it specifically to describe women because the way people use the word bitch, it's different between how they use it for men and how they use it for women. Because when people say like a dude is a bitch, they just kind of mean he's like, oh, he's like a pussy, he's like a scaredy cat, you know, he, he's a bitch. You know what someone means when they call a dude a bitch. But when they use it to describe a woman, there's almost entirely like a different context to it because um if like a woman shows any signs of like an attitude or like just having like I guess being too like into their emotions or whatever, they're used to they're called a bitch. And obviously we know the term bitch means like a female dog, but it's not just a female dog, it's specifically a female dog used for breeding purposes, right? So when you call a woman a bitch, you're basically equating them to something only designed to be used to have sex. Like that's what a bitch is used for, like in dog terminology. And I don't know, maybe you could say I'm being too woke about it, but I don't like how we're using that to describe other human beings just because you know they got a vagina. I don't think it's very nice. But that's just my viewpoint on it.
If I could take Troy, I wish more men would think that way.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that was very thoughtful. I really like that. That's very nice.
I don't
Made
know.
me think to be more mindful.
Um,
Um,
actually, because of your mindset, Troy, when I have an interest in a guy, and if they start calling me the B word, bitch, and I express I don't like it, and they continue to call me that, I just drop them because it's not a nice word, and I don't like it.
I don't know. I think it's like the closest thing to like the greatest sign of disrespect you can give to a young lady, and I'm not too fond of it. But then, as Steve said earlier, he doesn't really use it in that context. He uses it in different contexts, and I can get that. But I still, obviously, when like Steve's like to someone as a bitch, I'm like, hey, dude, like, calm down. And I know he doesn't mean it in that way, but it's still just like a thought that crosses my mind, I guess.
Mm.
Right.
Well, I don't know.
I think that should be expressed more often, especially from you, because I know you don't like that word. I try not to say it in front of you, but also like it made me think about it more to not say it because
I don't know. It's used in context that like differentiates it from the same for like young men. Like, and this might be a stupid example, but like there's like stores like Spencer's, right? And they have like a bunch of different shirts, and one of the shirts they have is for girls. They have a shirt that says like I heart like emo boys, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the boy version of that shirt says I love emo bitches, and it's like
Mm-hmm.
why not just say emo girls? Like, why do they have to be emo bitches? I
Uh-huh.
don't know. But
Okay.
I think that's all I got.
Mm.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
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 Um. Well, I think that's really it from. Does anybody else have anything else to say?
How long have we been doing this?
Uh,
Uh,
2 hours and 30 minutes
and
probably.
Damn.
Um. But yeah, anybody else have anything to say?
No.
no, I think that just about wraps it up.
Sure. Who wants to do the outro?
Well, I don't want to know that I did the intro.
I think I did the outro last time. Someone has to do it.
That was our
Okay, I guess I'll do it. Um,
Oh
Wow.
my
for
god.
Oh my god.
thank you for listening to the pep talk. Hopefully, we are back here next week, and I don't oversleep or am too tired to do it. And if so, if I'm too tired, hopefully one of these guys can step up and do it without me. And yeah, this is our pep talk. This is a wrap. Um, bye. Like, goodbye, y'all.
Sayonara.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.